think I forgot that the game still has to download when it's updating. Anyways, we have things to do. All right, friends and gamers, so I can hear myself speak, I'm going to turn off the music. We have things to do. I have been bed rotting for the last like 3 hours because I came home from work and immediately crashed out. Not like a crash out, like a true crash out. We're talking like the chronic illness kind of crash out where I came home and had to lay down because I was super pooped, like more than the average. I was just done. So right now we're doing a lot of things. In the background, I am downloading the Dune MMORPG because I need to record a video for that, like ASAP. But while that downloads, we're gonna pull for PHAINON and go over his kit. There's a lot of PHAINON related media I have not looked at. But you know what? We did look at the Keeping Up with PHAINON video. We've already reacted to that. So you know what? This works. We can just immediately move on to going through his kit and pulling for him and call it a day. Am I like fresh off pity? Yes. Do I have like no pulls? Also, yes. My ideal thing here is either he comes home stupid early or we lose the 50-50 stupid early. So then if I want to spend money, I know at least I'm guaranteed. That's the goal. Am I sort of kind of regretting pulling for Cypher now? A little bit, just a little. But it'll be fine. Speaking of Flame Chaser XPs, I have seen the Cuslana reference. I have seen it. I actually saw it. Here's how I saw it. Through a HoYoLab notification at like 1 in the morning last night related to the animated short while I was trying to go to sleep. So imagine my surprise. That's partially why we're not watching the other PHAINON media I have to watch right now because I probably will make me cry a lot and I already don't feel that great. So the idea of crying a lot on top of that just doesn't sound like a good idea. So we're not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna yap while my game verifies its goddamn resources. It would probably be faster if I paused to Dune. Do you think it would be faster if I paused to Dune? At this point, it's too late. We're already in it. But yeah, we're going to do like a quick overview of what's in this patch just because I'm really, oh wait, there's a really good chance we do spend money today because I forgot about the Firefly outfit. Oh, okay, all right. Huh, forgot about that. Well, this changes things, doesn't it? I was gonna say there's a lot of stuff in this patch I didn't know we were getting because I didn't go through the special program. I just looked at the trailer, and the trailers for Honkai Star Rail are horrible, by the way. They leave out most of the patch content. So like I have no idea what we're getting in this patch except from like the bare minimum. It's fine. We'll be fine. We'll be totally fine. I know that there's an animation when we open the game, and that's probably why my game is taking forever to load right now. I don't have a fun pulling ritual. I know other people did. What if we played Kevin music? What if we played one of the Kevin OST, like one of the Kevin's? I think on one of the more recent Honkai Impact OST albums, there's literally just a song called Kevin. That might be perfect. I think we might have to do that because I don't want to go to Emphorius yet. That might be the perfect thing. Okay. Whoa. God, he's cool. He's so cool. I am healed. I am healed a little bit. That made me, no, we can't hear the music yet. We can't hear the music yet. I don't want to be spoiled. I've already been spoiled on quite a bit of things. I don't want to be spoiled. Ah! my game UI. Okay, baby steps. We're gonna grab my assignments and we're gonna redispatch. Okay, baby steps. We're gonna go to the Interastral Guide and get those stellar jades. Yeah, baby steps, everyone. I'm gonna check my mail off camera. It's nothing fun. It's just 600 free stellar jades. Okay, I don't know what that brings us to, but it's something. We're gonna start Nameless Honor. All right, baby steps. We are gonna go through very quickly what's in this patch just because I did not see fully. We're gonna activate. We have new light cones on Nameless Honor. Oh, one of them's little baby aventurine. I think these are the new, I think these two are new. So there's the one with Casterus, and I never know how to say it because I want to say it as like Polyshia, but I don't think that's right because it's supposed to be like a play on Castor and Pollux, right? Treebee and Big Treebee, whose name I am forgetting. The Hyacinth one is quite cute. This is the baby aventurine one I saw. There's Demigod Anaxa. It's Anaxa, isn't it? Anyways, baby Cypher, baby Maide, like teen PHAINON. I don't think that's baby PHAINON. And then that's the only new ones. Okay, what's next? Oh my God, version info, perfect. We'll start there. Hopefully this doesn't crash my OBS. Because in Genshin, it likes to glitch out my OBS. For the sun is set to die. What do you mean we only get, oh, I clicked through too quickly. Oh wait, I think if I go to the thing, I forgot about the collab stuff. I just wanted to hit the share button to get my credits, which is bogus because in Honkai Impact, we get crystals. It's only 20, but I'll take what I can get. So yeah, we have the new characters. The collaboration character specifically is Saber. She is second half of the patch, so we'll get to her in a second. Archer is the free character. Quantum Hunt character, which he has such a nice voice. What the heck? He talks a lot. Is he like that in Fate? I cannot tell you. We have the light cones. Is this Fate gift? After the version 3.4 update, Trailblazers who spend 200 Star Rail special passes in any version 3.4 warp event can claim the limited 5-star light cone. Interesting. So this is also kind of like something Honkai Impact does, where if you spend a certain amount, the B-chip events, if you will, you get a thing. However, it's usually not a collab thing, and also it's like paid currency, but it says it's just 200 special passes, which you might spend trying to go. If you go hard pity twice for Phainon, you might actually spend that. Because it's 3.4 in general. Also, if you're planning on pulling for Saber, you might actually spend that. Like, I look at this 200 and I'm like, yeah, that might happen. Especially if I decide to go for Phainon like that might happen. And I'm a low spender. I just bought a Nintendo Switch too. Like, I shouldn't be spending money. But like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah. Oh, it's just after the collaboration warp begins on July 11th. Okay, never mind. If first half, that is diabolical work, HoYoverse. If first half polls counted, it'd be easy. Collaboration warp is not up yet, so we're not gonna take too much of a look at that. There's the event that begins on July 11th, so it hasn't started yet. Oh, wait a minute. So we can't get Archer yet. Archer is only available after July 11th, the Fate contract. Okay. Oh my god, wait. Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited collaboration 5-star character Archer and materials to build him to level 60. That's a little much. I'm not mad about it. The Fate gift then is the 200 light cone thing that starts on... Oh, this one says after the version 3.4 update to August 13th. What is the dates on this? Because then it also says you can only do this during the collaboration warp, which I think is a lie. That seems a little bogus to me. I'm just saying. Oh, also there's the Fate Stay Night collab event. Yeah, that is... It can be experienced in advance, which is good, but it doesn't say when it unlocks, so I'm assuming it's just unlocked. We'll see in a second. Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail is a Trailblaze continuance mission, it looks like, as well. Is this permanent content? It might be. Weird. Okay. Not mad about it. New character! I'm gonna be so real. I haven't heard his English voice yet. I haven't heard his English voice till right now because I'm behind in the story and I might cry. I might actually cry. You did such a good job. The voice actor did such a good job. I'm gonna cry. The point of this was to not cry. God. Yeah, DPS character who can transform into redacted. We've been over this in the drip marketing video. With multiple powerful abilities, will transformed Phainon deploys a territory that causes all teammates to become departed and implants physical weaknesses. During this state, he gains enhancements. Yeah. Also, it says to check the collaboration interface for the collab characters, which I think is kind of funny. So yeah, we can pull for him until July 23rd. The new light cones then, which I am obsessed with his light cone art, and y'all know I never pull for light cones and Star Rail unless I'm obsessed with their light cone art. So the only 5-star like limited light cones I have is Imbibitor Lune and Sundays, which are characters I'm obsessed with. Went insane to pull for, right? Literally Sunday, I was like deathly ill after, because his banner started while I was at a convention. I got so sick at this convention, right? It was Anime Frontier. I got so sick at Anime Frontier and I came back and I was like, we have to pull. And I'm like dying trying to pull for him, but we did pull for Sunday. And this might end up being a very similar situation, which is kind of why I'm putting it off because I'm scared to start pulling. But I love his light cone so much. And that's the only time I pull on light cones. That's why I'm like, you know what, 200 pulls, that's light work, if you will. No pun intended. But yeah, then there's all the new 4-star ones, which we already took a look at. I am obsessed with this light cone, though. This art, it's giving Kevin. If you know, you know. Okay, character enhancements. Oh yeah, the character enhancement stuff. So Jinlo in 3 of the, why can't I remember what faction you're part of? Oh my God, why am I blanking on the name? This just happens sometimes. Stellaron Hunters, 3 of the Stellaron Hunters, the OG Stellaron Hunters. So Blade, Silverwolf, and Kafka, not Firefly, but Firefly does get an outfit, so technically they all get something. So with Jinlo, abilities have changed to deal damage based on max HP. I don't remember what she scaled on originally, but it seems like they're really going for HP now. I think it was HP before though. Oh, let me move to the other side of the screen or something. This works. Yeah, we can put the box up here. I've been covering the text the whole time. I covered the light cone. Well, there's the light cone. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. Okay. All right. Character enhancement. HP. Yeah. When a teammate's HP gets reduced, Jinglo's crit damage increases and she gains a word I don't know how to say. Syzygy? Like Sizza? After entering the spectral transmigration state, the max limit of syzygy stacks increases and additionally gains 1 stack. There's Jinglo, and then we have Blade, which I'm so excited for. So abilities have been changed to deal damage based on max HP. I don't remember what he scaled on before. Blade is a character I have not touched in a while, but I'm excited to try playing him again. Specifically, I would like to put him on teams with Imbiber Lune because I'm a little bit insane. The talent-triggered follow-up attack additionally regenerates energy, and after using his skill, increases this unit's chance of getting hit. Because he is destruction, but his destruction mechanic, because all the destruction characters have like a gimmick. His is that he draws damage to him, essentially, but also he loses HP. With Silver Wolf, her ultimate can cause an AoE attack, which I believe that is new. I don't remember that happening before. Her skill prioritizes adding the weakness corresponding to the first position ally character's type in the lineup. That's quite cool. So whoever you have in your first slot. So if you're like me and you put your DPS in the first slot, that is actually kind of cracked. Also regenerates energy at the start of battle and turn. And then for Kafka, her skill can cause damage over time on all attack targets to immediately produce 1 instance of damage. Follow-up attacks trigger count increases, and follow-up attack can cause damage over time on the enemies to immediately produce 1 instance of damage and can increase allies' attack. So I believe she's Nihility, and Nihility characters are usually like a grab bag of if they are a more support focused character or a damage focused character, and it looks like they might be going more of a, like, you can do either with her because she increases allies attack now, so it seems like they might be going either way with her now. For our events, we have Gift of Odyssey, which we'll see in a second. Origami Bird Clash official edition is during this patch as well. It doesn't say when though. I thought the numbers down here was like a date. No. Planar Fisher we have, which is a huge phase 1 event warp, is ongoing right now and goes till the 23rd. We also have some reruns that go until the 23rd, so that is going to be for a Treeby, Sunday, and Sparkle, as well as their light cones. And then phase 2 we will get to when that drops. Our new story, For the Sun is Set to Die. I've seen general thoughts on this as people are finishing it because it has been about 24 hours since the patch dropped, and people are going insane over this. Like, I am so excited for it. I have been spoiled a little bit, but it makes me more excited because I know that it was going in I knew the story was going in a direction that a lot of people weren't vibing with, but it seems like it kind of is like, again, it's like we're so over, it's so back. That feels like Euphorious in a nutshell. The other things we have then are Firefly's outfit, which is available right now. It has a discount during this patch, so I will be trying to purchase it during this patch. I might wait until second half because that's when we're going to do the trial for Firefly and everything, because that's her thing. Aedes Elysiae is a new map. The dialogue and story skip option is available, but there's a summary now, which I do appreciate that if they're going to add a skip option, there's a summary. Honkai Impact does that for most story chapters, I believe. However, I am not a story skipper and I don't recommend story skipping. Why do you think I'm so behind? It's because I'm not a story skipper. Anyways, I'm not a story skipper and I play way too many gacha games and just games in general that I don't have time for anything. Build guide optimization. I think it might be, I think it's just for traces. What does it say? Makes it easier for Trailblazers to view character building information and build their characters. With the updated build guide, Trailblazers can now simultaneously view a character's level, recommended trace upgrades, and necessary build materials directly in the character build section. Now, see, here's the thing. I gave a lot of props to the build guide when it first dropped, but as I play more of the game and build my characters, I actually don't love the build guide because it doesn't have a section for light cones, like the light cone you specifically add to your character. So if you want to build up their light cone, you have to do that separately, and it's really annoying. And so I find myself not using the build guide as much as it was probably initially intended to because of that light cone thing. And also it traces. I like to build up all my traces as much as I can. And after a while, it just kind of, building traces is the worst thing in Star Rail apart from endgame, I think, but to be able to do endgame, you need to build your traces, so they kind of go hand in hand. As I've written update, this is something in relation to Euphorious, I believe. There's new materials. The Shape of Cinders, a stagnant shadow for the Charred Bud of Twilight. All right, well, that's everything in this patch, at least for first half. I feel like we've gone through everything though. I got my 20,000 credits. Yippee, 20K credits. Okay, now that we've done all that, I know we have a lot of characters we probably need to take a look at, but the store, oh, how cute, her spring missive outfit. Oh, that's so adorable. So right now it's 1350 oniric shards. Those are oniric pouch. Okay. So if we go here, it does have conversion rates now. Remember, play in moderation and spend rationally. 1350. You would need to purchase it's at least 30, but if you have your bonus on the $15 one, you can get it for half price. And that's probably what I'll be doing. Anyways, you know what time it is. It's July 2nd. I'm just gonna grab these out the shop real quick. That's gonna go into our FAINON fund. Okay, so then we hit up Travelog. We have the Fate thing. 8 days. Oh, the event starts in 8 days. Okay, so we can get him in a couple of days. I thought that felt like it was like much farther out, and look at him. Nova Flare. This is the new system. This is why the new 4 characters got their updates. So we have the new Trailblaze mission. We have Origami Bird Clash is ongoing. There is the Welcome Back event. So I will put my code on screen if anyone is in need of a code. It's right here. Yippee. Okay. We have our aptitude showcases, which there's a ton. And we probably will. I don't know if we want to go through every single character. What is Dune looking like? It finished downloading and it didn't make the fun Steam noise. Boo. I love that noise. Warps. I like want to skip warps almost. Does this make sense? I feel like going insane, skipping my warps. Also, I do think, because the Fate gift is on here, so I do think this counts. It counts for both halves of the patch. It's just not claimable for the next 8 days. So, okay, cool. I like that, actually. So we might actually get it if we get really unlucky. I've been sitting here for 20 minutes. I'm really close to just skipping all of these. Okay, you know what? We're gonna come to a concession here. I'm gonna speed run the Rerun characters, give very brief thoughts on them. We're not really gonna talk about them. Starting with Sparkle, let's just go down the thing. We need all the Stellar Jade we can get, people. It's for the FAINON fund. I wasted my money on Cypher. So, Sparkle, Harmony Quantum, she's the support. She's actually, I think, still one of the best supports in the game. Possibly, maybe. This game power creeps so quickly. But we also have Imbibitor Lune, we have Runmei, and Lynx. So your main DPS is going to be Imbibitor Lune. He works really well with Sparkle. You might be wondering, why don't you have Sparkle then? I don't know. I didn't get her on her banner. Leave me alone. So Runmei is a support, Lynx is your healer. This is a hyper carry team. What does Sparkle do? She increases allies' skill point limit. This is why she works well with Imbibitor Lune. Recovers a large number of skill points, also why she works well with Imbibitor Lune. And advances allies' action and increases crit damage. She's a little bit insane, and guess what? She is canonically a Honkai Impact 3rd character now. So this really is just the patch for other games and IPs, because it's the Fate collab patch and it's the FAINON patch. So like, this really is just everything but Honkai Star Rail, the patch. All right, I guess we probably should support. Oh, does her misdirect need to be like done like that? Yeah, let's just do that. Why was that not weak to Quantum? Rude. We're not gonna go through her kit. We're just gonna buzz this. It's auto-clearing, it's fine. I haven't seen this team run, though, in ages, I will say that. Kind of wild. I still love Imbibitor Lune, though. He's so pretty. I say that, I have a stuffed Imbibitor Lune sitting on my desk. Like, the plushie, it's on my desk. So, like, I don't know what you expected. Yeah, this is like a throwback team, though. Like I said, the power creep goes insane in this game, so I have not seen this team in, it feels like years. This game's only been out for 2 years. Look at that, we're already done. Wow, thanks, Sparkle. Consensus on Sparkle, I don't know if she's still like a relevant support. So like, I don't know. I guess maybe she'd work pretty well with FAINON, because I'm pretty sure FAINON, one of his mechanics, has something to do with skill points, right? Doesn't he like not use skill points or something? I don't know. Anyways, Sunday. I love Sunday. I didn't realize Sunday was getting a rerun this patch. Sunday, like I said, he's one of the characters I went insane for. I was so sick after Anime Frontier last year, and I came home and was like, we're not going through his kit. We're not doing anything except pulling, and I am going back to bed. And that's exactly what I did. I got him and his light cone in like less than 40 pulls. Let's start that trial. I have heard a lot of really, really good things as well about him working really well with FAINON specifically, so I'm pretty sure that's why he's being run right now. So there is that. He is also a Harmony character, another support, but imaginary. Causes an ally character and they're summoned to immediately take action, so it does bring up the summons as summonable characters as well in relation to not destruction characters. Oh my god, I'm thinking of Casterus, how she should be a destruction character. Remembrance characters. If you look here, we have 2 remembrance characters. Causes one ally to regenerate a certain percentage of energy, and then increases an ally character and their summons damage, crit rate, and crit damage. He's just a really good support. The crit rate, crit damage bit works really well for a hyper carry adjacent DPS like FAINON, so that's why he's running right now. If we look at our team, we have Remembrance Trailblazer, we have Aglia, who's Remembrance, and then we have a singular healer. So like, yeah, it's a double DPS situation, 2 DPSs and 2 supports, split 50-50 down the middle, and it is basically a Remembrance team. However, he also works really well with FAINON, or so I've heard. Because even they put Sunday in the Amphorius trial stage here. Sparkle wasn't Penacony still. Immediately just like punted Sunday to Amphorius. You're not weak to the thing. Is no one weak to anything anymore? What the heck? Anyways, start the thing. Hi, Mem. I always forget about Mem. Oh, I love Aglia's voice. She's so pretty. You might be thinking, do you have Aglia? No, I don't. And that's okay. Normalize not having characters that you want. That's something we have to do today, because I don't know if PHAINO'N's gonna come home. Normalize not having the characters you want. I have Sunday though, hey! I have nothing else to say. We all know about Sunday. We all know I really like Sunday. It's always the tragic ones I enjoy. Because if you think about it, every single character I've kind of went insane for pulling-wise. Imbibiter Lune, Aventurine to a lesser degree, Sunday, PHAINO'n, they all have like really tragic backstories. So like, I don't know why anyone's surprised. They're sad and have tragic backstories. I don't know what to tell you. I unfortunately do have a type in this game, and it's tortured by the lore. That one took longer, I will say that. Something about Amphorius, man. Anyways, Treeby. Treeby is like a god tier support as well. The entire Rerun banner is supports. They're all Harmony. 2 of them are Quantum Harmony. Just start the trial. God, run the clip. Okay, Treeby, when she first dropped, it was like god tier support. I think I did a couple of polls for her, but it was kind of just like, throw it at the wall and see what sticks type of polls. It wasn't anything like serious. Like I said, Treeby, Quantum, Harmony, she is a support character. I'm pretty sure she's still a really good support because we're still in Amphorius. So the power creep hasn't entirely killed her yet. After activating the zone, all attacks against enemies deal additional damage. The more enemies this character strikes, the greater the additional damage this character deals. And this character can launch follow-up attacks against all enemies. There it is. I remember when we were watching the Keeping Up video for PHAINO'n, I was like, who does follow-up attack buffs in this game? Because I was making a joke with Reverse 1999 has done a lot of kits in relation to follow-up damage and like extra attack bonuses and stuff in the last couple of patches. And like the god tier follow-up attack support in that game is a character called Flutterpage. And so I was like, PHAINO'n would love Flutterpage. He'd be so nice to Flutterpage. Flutterpage is a child, by the way. PHAINO'n would be like, great. Because I feel like PHAINO'n is just one of those guys who's like nice to kids. It kind of shows up in his marketing material as well. He's just like nice to kids. So I'm like, he would be so nice to Flutterpage. Flutterpage would love him. And funnily enough, the other child, Treeby, is being rerun and does follow-up attack buffs. It all comes back around. Look at her. She's so tiny. I love her big bug eyes. You know, I feel like I think Flutterpage also has the big bug eyes. It's just something about they're so tiny. Okay, let's hit it. Run, Treeby, run! She's so small. We need more tiny characters. They're so cute. Must protect. Finally a weakness. Oh my god. It took this long. It took half an hour for us to get a weakness. Oh, who else we're running on this team? Herda as a Erudition support, the Herda as an Erudition damage dealer, and then Gallagher as an abundance support. So again, I did say Herda, Erudition Herda is on here as a support, but I feel like also she's probably more of she's like a sub DPS. So again, 2 DPSs, 2 supports. We haven't not yet got a team that is 3 DPSs and a healer. I doubt we will today though, because I know PHAINO'N's trial is going to be a hyper carry trial. So we did not get 3 DPSs and a healer, but Herda is so pretty. The Herda, but like Herda, I love Herda. I know this is the Treeby trial, but I love Herda. This team is also like 50% tortured by the narrative and 50% more or less probably writing the narrative to a certain degree. Are we gonna get a character death here? Maybe, maybe Herda is tortured by the narrative today. I don't know. Reading comprehension. I'm sorry, what was that achievement? Literally, this game is calling me out. I'm making jokes about characters being tortured by the narrative, and my game is like, get better reading comprehension, buddy. No one's being tortured by the narrative here. I don't know about that one, HoYoverse. Y'all seen Gallagher and Treeby lore? I'm pretty sure they're being tortured by the narrative. I was gonna say maybe not as much as other characters, but nah, they really are. They're just out here, but also not really, because like they may or may not be dead in the game. Anyways, what a time. PHAINO'n. Speaking of tortured by the narrative, destruction, Fizz destruction. I feel like we haven't gotten a really strong Fizz character in a second. I think even with My Day, I was like, My Day should be a physical destruction character. Argue with the wall, but I'm assuming they didn't do that because they made PHAINO'n. I am trying so hard to call him the correct pronunciation, but we're just gonna rock with it. Anyways, I really want to hear him talk again. So we're just gonna start the trial. Listen, I'm so serious. I have not heard his English voice until today, and I'm obsessed. See, this is okay. This is a team. This is why Sparkle is getting the rerun. Okay, so Phainon, destruction, physical character. So what's his destruction gimmick? Every destruction character has a gimmick where they basically eat your teammates or their own something or other stat in order to get more damage. So with Phainon, unlocks the second form. So that's Evil Phainon. We're just gonna call him Evil Phainon for now because he looks like Evil Kevin. Honkai Impact 3rd. Anyways, he unlocks the second form with multiple powerful abilities and persistent buffs. In this form, he gains immunity to crowd control and killing blows, because that's not a debuff, because they have to take some sort of debuff. Like, you think about how Blade eats his own HP, Jinglao eats your teammate's HP, so like, there's some sort of debuff. During exploration, he also boosts max technique point limit and instantly defeats multiple enemies. So think of Acheron's overworld skill, that's exactly what he does. I'm curious though what he ends up losing in order to do that damage though, because if there's not that gimmick going on, that's not a destruction character. And at that point, what are we doing with the paths? Because like, I already have beef with Remembrance not making any sense and not being necessary, so what are we doing? Anyways, we're also running with Sunday. We just did the trial for him. Sparkle just did the trial for her. So Sparkle's going to up your skill points. Sunday is going to buff out your attack numbers. Huo is on here as your healer. So this is a hyper carry team. We have one DBS being Phainon. Sunday, Sparkle are boosting his numbers, and then Huo is just here to sustain. So there he is. Look at the Eidelon. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's your Eidelon animation, sir? Do it again. Please do it again. I'm begging. I was zoomed in. Please do it again, sir. I'll sit here. I will sit here. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, also, we have 8 skill points in the quarter. Okay. Is he gonna do it again? No, he's just looking around. Do it again, please. I'll wait. I'll wait. I can wait. Is this a... Oh, it's a different one. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's so tortured by the narrative. However many that may be. Can you do the cool one again? He's doing it. He's doing it. I need to see the full view. He just floats. The screen literally goes up. The screen moves. All right. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Like, I finally turned around and it's like, hey, what the heck? Ooh, big sword. Big sword. Whoa! That's a lot, y'all. All right, they are in technique point. Technique range. Yeah, when Phainon is in the team, technique point limit increases, so it went up to 8, and uses his technique. Using his technique defeats enemies within a certain range ahead, so he is in technique range. We've already been over the red squares. I don't think it's a direct reference to Genshin, as much as it looks like it, but I do think it's just HoYoverse thought it was neat and did it again, and it probably relates to the broader HoYoverse universe. It's called a HoYoverse for a reason, you know? Anyways. There's so much, it's like such a big animation. I almost kind of wish it was less. Does this make sense? I almost kind of wish he didn't go as crazy with it. Because it, like, I need to, I feel like then I'm gonna want to animation cancel, you know? So you also can go in like this. All right, we're in technique range. It is cool, it's just a lot. All right, friends, it is kit time. We have 2 different things going on here. This is gonna take a while. So, his basic attack, I think we're gonna go through everything for his normal state, and then I think we'll go through it for his extra, like, second state. Transforms into... No shot the thing is called... His second state is called Kaslana. That is insane. HoYoverse said is diabolical. Diabolical! Okay. Whew! Because I don't know which one is which. We'll just have to go through it all at the same time. Okay, so, basic attack. In his normal first form, this is called Stride to Deliverance, deals minor fizz damage to 1 enemy. That's pretty normal. In the second state form, it is called Creation Bloodthorn Fairy, and instead he gains 2 points of Scourge, that's what they called it in the other video, dealing massive fizz damage to 1 designated enemy and adjacent targets. But less to the, it's like a bounce, it bounces a little bit. I'm pretty sure it's like, I don't know if it's a full, like if you got 5 enemies in the field, it's a full lineup, or if it's just like 3, we'll see. I don't remember that much, but then his skill in his normal form is going to be called Let There Be Light. He gains 2 points of Core Flame, which is what he stacks to do his ultimate, dealing massive fizz damage to 1 enemy and physical damage to adjacent targets. So again, the adjacent targets bit. I don't know which, I'm pretty sure these two other skill states happen simultaneously in his second form. So the first one being Calamity Soul Scorch Edict gains an equal amount of Scourge based on the number of enemies and causes them to immediately take action. Gains Soul Scorch then, which reduces damage taken. And after all enemy targets have taken action, he launches a counter and deals minor fizz damage to all enemies that bounces 4 times. That's the true bounce, with each time dealing minor fizz damage to one random enemy. The more actions enemies take, the higher the damage. So the longer you can stay in the second form, basically, the better and more damage you're doing. That's what that kind of means. So if you are in your second form, and because I think it's like if you take like one big hit, you're out. You leave second form. If the enemies don't have any turns while you're in that second form, there's really no point in doing it, if that makes sense. There's also, with his skill, Foundation Stardust Verdict. This dispels all debuffs on this unit, and for every 1 Scourge consumed, it bounces 4 times, with each time dealing minor fizz damage to one random enemy, and if 4 Scourge are consumed, additionally deals massive fizz damage that is evenly taken by all enemies. So, I think those are happening simultaneously in his second form. Ultimate then is called He Who Bears the World Must Burn. So, this is how you get to the second form. He transforms into Kozlana with an H. I've seen speculation on why it's spelled that way, and it makes total sense, but I'm not gonna spoil anything. He transforms into a second form. I'm probably gonna keep calling it second form, just because calling it Kozlana boggles my mind a little bit. I'm gonna say it. And also, if you're like new to Honkai or have not played Honkai Impact 3rd, Kozlana without the H is the last name of the main character of Honkai Impact 3rd, as well as Kevin in that game, who is the XP version of PHAINON, as well as like other characters like technically Durandal is a Kozlana, Siren's a Kozlana. There's other characters, and it's like, you ever seen the icon character for Honkai Impact 3rd with the right hair? That's Kiana Kozlana. That's all you need to know. But like, that's also Kevin's last name in Honkai Impact 3rd. So it's a whole thing. So with the second form, he deploys a territory, teammates depart and cannot take action, and all enemies have physical weaknesses, so your teammates cannot do damage when he's in his ult state. Interesting. They did not bring that up in the other thing. They didn't bring that up at all in the keeping up video. Okay. I guess that's why you would do a hyper carry with him. Doing a double like 50-50 DPS support situation wouldn't work as well with him, because your other DPS just wouldn't be up like during that time. Because I know in the keeping up video, I made a joke a couple patches from now that I'm going to run my little meta reject team a couple patches down the road when PHAINON is no longer relevant to the meta. And it's just going to be, I don't know the support situation yet, but it's gonna be Mbibler Lune and PHAINON as my 2 DPSs, and I'm going to love them because no one else does. But that wouldn't even work. I've been bamboozled by my own joke. Anyways, Kozlana does not enter his own turn, but has 8 Kozlana's extra turns. Okay, so it takes the turn order and just like picks a spot and inserts itself into the narrative. Okay. In the final turn, he launches a final hit and deals massive physical damage that is distributed evenly across all enemies. We'll go over his the pay-to-play section later, where we go over his Eidelons, but I'm wondering if the 8-turn limit here will be up if you have more copies. We'll see. All right, his talent. As PHAINON, when Core Flame reaches 12, he can activate his ultimate. And when PHAINON is targeted by abilities from other targets, gains Core Flame when targeted by a teammate's ability, increases crit damage. So if you use a support character, they're going to also increase crit damage. That's why a character like Sunday that already does crit damage increases is good for him. He wants crit damage. The other version of his talent is called Fate Divine Vessel. This is the second form version. Upon transformation, he gains Scourge and is immune to crowd control debuffs and has 3 new abilities. Yes, 3. During the transformation, it increases attack and max HP. When using attacks, using your attacks restores HP, so he can heal himself when he uses his attacks. When taking a killing blow, as is what I was talking about earlier, he restores HP and immediately uses a final hit. So if you only have gone through like 4 turns in that extra turn state, but you get that killing blow, like it does a big hit to his damage, because I'm assuming it makes him squishier. I'm assuming in that state he becomes squishier. He literally is shirtless. He doesn't have any armor. but if you only have done like 4 turns in that mode, it's immediately gonna stop, do that final hit, and then you're out. The more remaining actions he has, the lower the damage multiplier. There it is. When the transformation ends, it also increases all allies' speed. Interesting. So I'm thinking of like characters that use big speed. If you did want to do 2 DPSs, I wonder if Jing Yuan would work there, because it doesn't, I know his summon relies on speed. But also, again, do you want to do a double DPS thing when he is going to be active and takes your other DPS off the field? Questions. His technique, which we just saw, beginning of the end, increases max technique points by 3 again. Or that might just be a passive thing that when he's active at all. So when actively using this technique, he consumes 2 technique points to attack all enemies within a certain range. So a little bit different from Acheron's. Acheron only uses 1, he uses 2, so you better have your trick snacks ready. After entering combat, he regenerates energy for allies and gains skill points, and Scourge deals physical damage to all enemies at the start of each wave, and if attacking a normal enemy, oh, this is on the overworld, it immediately defeats them without entering combat. No technique points are consumed if no enemies are hit. Again, Acheron does the same thing. So let's move back into formation here. All right, I am terrified. It's been 45 minutes. Let's get into it. Thank you for turning off my auto clear. Thank you. Woo! Okay, so we have a little bit of a tutorial here. When Phainon uses skill or becomes the target of an ability, he gains charge for his ultimate. So we want to use his blast skill here. So immediately we're also going to switch what it's locating on because it isn't doing the most damage it can do. So the skill in normal form just does the 3. So he's talking. Oh my god, because I'm making him sit here doing nothing. Even I will say his HP compared to the other characters in this team is very low. He is quite squishy, so keep that in mind. I honestly don't think you'd be out of line to run 2 sustains on his teams, quite frankly. So give him a shielder. Why not? All right, do the blast. He's so cool. I think Sunday, you want to support my Phainon? Thank you. We'll run a Sunday ult. Why not? Run that Sunday ult. I haven't seen his ult normal speed in so long. It's so slow. Okay, hi Phainon. We haven't seen a single, so we're gonna do a single really quickly. All right, there we go. Hit those supports. Hit those supports. So do a little bit to restore. Why not? Let's do these other supports. Why not? I'm just gonna run these ults. We'll double speed those at the very least. Let's go, team. Let's go. Hurry it up. As Kelvin. Achievements. All right, we're back. We're so back. I'm gonna run his skill one more time and then we're gonna kick it. All right, so hit that. Use his ultimate to transform and game enhancements. All right, give me the Kaslana man. Whoa. Whoa. Listen. It got so big on the screen too. That was kind of insane. Listen, I love everything about this. All right, so we're consuming Scourge points and using his enhanced skill, which is Foundation Stardust Verdict. So this is Stardust Verdict, I think. Maybe, I don't know, man. All right, do it, fine. Oh my God. All right, just kick it. God damn. Whoa. Goodbye. Hi, Hule. It's always Hule for some reason. He's always rocking up to the party. All right, is Phainon almost up? Okay, cool, yeah. So his basic attack or skill, Calamity Skulls, Soul Scorch Edict also gains Scourge. So we'll run that one. God, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Enhance. He's so, what the hell? God, he's so cursed by the narrative. All right, Hule and friends, are you guys done yet? Interesting, because it adds on the enemy turns as well, which is really cool. Also, his HP skyrocketed up in this form. Whoa, whoa, big sword. Oh, his HP is continuing to skyrocket. It's up in the 8K. Okay, now it's back down to 7K, but all right. I guess let's see a single blast, see what it does. Ooh. All right, team. We've done everything in normal speed. That means we can rock this. That means we can speed this baby up. Hello, Hule. All right. Hit it! End this party! We gotta pull, baby. I'm ready. Not really. I'm terrified, actually. I'm like very terrified for this. Is that a killing blow? I don't think that was a killing blow. I would like to see a killing blow. I don't think we're gonna see it though. Whoa. Bye, Hule. Oh no, never mind. He has a phase 2. We might see a killing blow yet. I want to see the animation. All right. I love angst. All right, when the transformation ends, can launch a final hit to deal damage to enemies. Oh, we're just gonna see it regardless. So, we'll do one more enhance, why not? I don't think I have another turn to use my Scourge that I have enhanced. But also we're gonna turn off double speed because I would like to see the whole thing. Thank you. Hule's gonna unleash the lupine thing. We're probably gonna finish this out beforehand though. Bye-bye. There it is. Oh, you know, before I said, whoa. The transformation back. You know, Amphorius is not beating the simulation allegations. They really are not. That did it for him. Damn. God, even his line for getting hit is, I can't let them down. God, Phainon, I swear to God. I swear to God. Just run it back. Run the whole thing through. We got a pull, man. Do we want to ult again? Let's finish this out, baby. I just want to see the animation again, man. Hit it! Take this wolf out! I forgot what Hule is technically for a while. All right. That was a really long trial, guys. That was like really long. I'm terrified! Let's kick it. All right. Like, I'm actually scared for this. I said we'd play the Kevin song. I said we'd play it. Hold on. Let me open my Spotify. I might regret this. I said we'd do it. What we'll also probably do is put a team together, because I'm really counting on a miracle here, right? What achievements do we get? I'm curious. What were, reading comprehension. In a single battle, use ally character the herda to apply 42 stacks of interpretation, a total of 5 times. All right, cool. Give me my extra stellar jades. I'll take those gladly. Right now we got the Amphore's music playing, but there's a really good chance we change that. Hoyo mix. Pull up Hoyo mix. I know that I'm pretty sure there's one. I know that there's like other OSTs for Kevin, but this is like the most recent one I can think of. Okay. What's the most recent Honkai album? Actually, the most recent Starro album is called Allegory of the Cave. That's like an actual thing, I'm pretty sure. Damn, okay, wow. I see you, HoYoVerse, I do. All right, where I'm like scrolling. Oh, it's not the most recent Honkai Impact 3rd album, but I believe it's the one before that. Because the most recent one is related to part 2 Honkai. I'm really having to scroll for this. I'm putting in the work here. Because there's that like 100 song Endless Zone Zero album I'm having to scroll through in the discography. It's no, it's more than 100 songs. It's 198. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at the Spotify. Go look at the Hoyo Spotify. God, where is this? Did it come out in 2024? That doesn't feel right. I should have just looked up Honkai Impact. I should have just done that. God, where is it? I know what I'm looking for. If there's one thing I will do, it is commit to the goddamn bit. Oh, I might have found it. I also don't think it's the right album. I think I'm gonna have to keep scrolling the one before that. Oh my God, we're back in 2023, by the way. I might have scrolled past it at this point. That's what I feel like we're at. I should have just looked it up myself, right? We should have just looked up Kevin. Okay, I think I found it. Nope, did not find it. It's the one before that. Damn, okay, we're probably gonna have to go back to 2022. Which like sounds right, but also doesn't. Okay, it's on the day of transcending finality, isn't it? Where's the goddamn Kevin song? There's one that's just called Kevin. Oh, for Kevin. Maybe I'm thinking of that one. Is there one that's just called Kevin? I swear, I was listening to it the other day. Demon Kevin. That could be promising. That is also on the same album. I feel like there's one that's just called Kevin. Maybe I was listening to one of the Kevin. We could make a playlist of both of them. I'm gonna scroll a little bit longer and then we'll probably just make a playlist of both of them and call it a day. Because I swear there's just one that's Kevin. I might have made that up. Was it a fever dream? I don't know. Could have been a fever dream. There's like Otto and Alicia have their own named tracks. What about Kevin? I swear I'm not going insane. Maybe I am going insane. Maybe I did make this up. Because the thing is, I could scroll back very far here because Kevin has been a fixture in Honkai for like a while. Kevin, there is one. Oh my God. From the Yesterday album, 2021. Dear God, I finally found it. We're gonna put it on repeat and I'm gonna put a team together. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off music. Wait, what did I have it at? 5? Thank you for remembering that. Okay, we're gonna turn off music because we can still have sound effects. Do I still have my Spotify overlay? God, I hope so, because it's gonna come in handy right now. I don't have it in this. Hold on, give me a second. Let me cook. I set it up. I don't think it's loud enough, but I think we can all hear it enough. I think we got it. All right, now it's too loud. See, now it's too loud. All right, I got it set up, guys. I said we put a team together. We got to put a team together. Team lineup. We got to do it. I've not gone this in on like a poll ritual team in a while, but we are so desperate right now. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing here? My day, first of all. I mean, we could do, if I put enough characters, I'm like thinking, what angle do we want to go at this from? Because like we could put, I almost called him Void Archives. We could put Lolcha and Well on here and call that like, it's Honkai, or do we want to do like, I almost called them Flame Chase. Do we want to do, we could just, if I just have My Day, that might be enough. We just have My Day. Let's go somewhere else. Let's just go to the Astral Express to pull. Oh, but then I can't have My Day. Oh, I didn't think of that. I guess we're just pulling right here in Penacony then. Right here. This is fine. I'm terrified, by the way. Please, please let this work. I'm so desperate right now. I can't even think straight. Oh my God. Warp. Go to the warp screen. All right. I feel like they made this much more dramatic than it has to be by playing the Kevin OST, but it's fine. We have 2,537 Stellar Jades and 6 passes. We can make this work. We can make this work. You know, we have 8 here. We're gonna do 8 regular warps and see where our luck is at today. You know, maybe it's really good today. Maybe we'll get lucky. I am just gonna keep skipping through them though. But also this could get us some more, this could get us extra pulls. That's what we want. We have 3 more and I've got nothing good. That's what our luck is really doing today. Okay, hi Sushang. That's not free real estate. All right, one more. Databank. All right, what are we looking at in the shop? We have 2 more special passes. I'll take that. And that's it. That is it. All right. Okay, I think we're like fresh off pity, by the way. Okay, 2 in. We are into 2. So let's make it 12. 12. Will it be a 5-star? I don't think it is, but I still can't really tell not the notification. I really can't tell how it looks all that well. I'm gonna be so real. It's purple. Just skip it. 1 copy of March, but that is free real estate, so we'll take it. Confirm. Thank you. All right. That was 12. We're bringing it up to 22. I'm like vibrating. 22. It's not. All right. Ting Yun, free real estate. Okay. Can we get every 4-star on the banner? Let's find out. We're 2 out of 3 at this point. Okay, I have to do singles. Dear God. All right, 23. Let's go. That's not it. All right, 24 then? This is not looking good today. I probably can just skip them. All right, 25. I knew we were like very far off. So like, I don't know what I was expecting. I was just hoping for a miracle, honestly. 27? Yeah, it's the past key. I am out. Unless we have some, nope, I am fresh out. I went through all this effort for nothing. And my thing is, I don't want to spend money because I'm not guaranteed. And that's what scares me. We have 20 days. It's fine. There's 20 days left. I'm so scared. Turn off the goddamn music at this point. I'm over it. I tried so hard and I did not succeed. That's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I tried. Gave it a shot. Didn't work. I want to spend money. I so want to spend money on his goddamn banner. That took less than 5 minutes, by the way. My day, I brought you out for nothing. I mean, I guess that means we gotta get caught up. Oh, character enhancement. Hello, forgot about that. You can check in, guys, experience now. That'll get us 80 more Stellar Jade, which means I can do 1 more pull in this video. We're not gonna fully get into the character enhancements. I just am going to really quickly buzz through these ones. And I might do it entirely off camera. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna take a break for vitamin water. I need these Stellar Jades, all right? We can auto clear these. Let's go. Take it away. I'm just gonna sit here and wait. This is fine. Should I be playing the Dune MMORPG right now? Yeah, I should. I'm not. It's fine. Everything's fine. I will get my very last Stellar Jades. There's 20 days. We'll figure it out. I'm not spending, like, what is it, $400? I'm not doing that. I'm not spending close to the same price I spent on a goddamn Nintendo Switch to get the character, all right? That's my new, like, threshold of, is it too much money? Is it close or close enough to the price I spent to get the Switch 2? Then it's not worth it. And you know what's close to that? Hard pity twice. We could throw down 50 bucks. I'm not opposed, actually. I'm not opposed to throwing down 50 bucks. Because I was already planning on spending for the outfit. We'll wait, all right? We'll do it all at once. They really had to throw, like, these trials have an actual boss in them, which I'm not a huge fan of. Because this is taking too long for my liking. For, what, 20 Stellar Jade? This is taking too long for 20 Stellar Jade. Bye, Argenti. Bye, Argenti. I really want to hear FAINO'S. I'm like this close to staying up all night and like just trying to get caught up with this goddamn thing, but I also don't feel well. So I'm like, what if I got caught up with the story off camera? I almost did that with Penacony, and then I didn't. Oh, Blade got an extra skill point thing. Look at him. Good for him. I think he got an extra one. It looked like an extra one. Hi, Bladey. All right, take it away. You got this, Bladey. I'm like this close to I just want to see more FAINO'n. That's all I want. So I'm sitting here like, what if I did his trial a second time just so I can hear him talk? I mean, we could throw down 30 bucks. I have the top up, so I could get the outfit and do some polls. But also, if I lose my 50-50, I'm gonna be very upset, and I have to pay rent. 20 days, guys. I can wait 20 days, not 20. It's like probably like 15. And we'll reconvene in like 15 days. I can wait. I'm a responsible adult who will pay their rent on time. The pretty man in the gacha game can wait, all right? Okay. Also, Hyacinth freezing there freaked me out a little bit. But we are gonna do, I'm gonna sit here for God knows how long to get some final polls that we can mess with today. I really want to run a Blade team though. Like, this is actually making me want to run a team with Blade. I'm probably gonna do that off camera now for my dailies. The Dune MMORPG can wait. This is all my brain had the power to do today. You know, I didn't know Ika like made like weird little noises until today. These are so long. Free me from the clutches of Hule. I just want to do a singular Phainon poll. Free me from the clutches of this wolf. Lone wolf's howl. Well, can you stop? I'm bored. Can you stop howling? Free me. God, I want to run a Blade team so bad. We're doing that after this. I'm running my dailies with Bladey. I don't know who else, because I don't have any of the other characters they had on that team, but what do they got for Silver Wolf? My Silver Wolf is fully built too. What can I run here? Ooh, something with Cypher. Silver Wolf, Acheron, Cypher, and Event. I could run this team. I have this team built. Not Cypher. I'm building my Cypher right now, but I can run it very soon. I'll have to do a fill-in for Cypher. I might run this team for my dailies with Blade instead of Cypher. I might just do 2 DPSs, quite frankly. That could be fun. And not weak to Quantum. What do you know? All right, kick it, Silver Wolf. You know, this is a fun team because it's like 3/4 Honkai adjacent, and then the 1/4 that isn't is Aventurine. So like, that's pretty cool. Because like Acheron, Honkai adjacent. Silver Wolf, very Honkai adjacent. Cypher, also very Honkai adjacent. And then Aventurine is there. And we love that. Steal his money. Steal his money, Cypher. You're right there. I love this team. I'm running this team at some point. Actually, I don't think my Aventurine is fully built because I still haven't finished Penacony. But it's just some of his traces that need building. Everyone else, the same thing's probably gonna happen with Cypher. I do like that they're like upgrading characters' kits though, because it makes me excited to play the game again. Because I already have these characters built, so I'm like, oh, I can just pull these characters out of a hat and run them on a team together. That's so fun. Like, I'm excited again. Wow. I've been running the same variation of a Hypercarry and Bibler Lune team for like a year. I'm so excited to switch it up. I can't run my Cypher just yet because I'm still building her, but I can run somebody else. This is fun. I'll probably do a healer or something. All right, 20 more Stellar Jade. Kafka, take it away. I don't have Kafka, so this team is jury's out, but I feel like Kafka getting a buff wasn't fully necessary because Kafka's kind of been like slaying on her own without the buff. But we have Kafka, Black Swan, Renmei, and HoYo. All right, take it away, Kafka. She's still so pretty. Do the thing. Because this is like her ideal team and has been her ideal team for like at least a year. The damage over time team of Black Swan, Renmei, and HoYo has kind of just been like her go-to. Like, this is nothing new. I feel like the reason why Kafka got the buff is because everyone was using her anyways, and so they're like, let's just buff her. This will make players happy, and you know what? It probably does, actually. Oh, it's the meme! I was like, that was easy. We're gonna be done soon. No, we're not. The goddamn meme. Man, I love Black Swan. Can she get a buff next? I love Black Swan. I think part of it is, 1, she's pretty. 2, love the tarot card motif. 3, love her VA. So like, what can I say? I am in fact a Dirty Ruby fan. What can I say? At least we're on part 2 of the meme. I remember her ult. Oh, I lost my characters. I forgot the meme does that if you take too long. Oops. Well, it's almost dead anyways. We never got Black Swan back. She's just there. We never got her back. Oh, we did at the very end. Look at that. I thought it would have been funny if we never got her back, but we did. At the very end, we did. All right. 16 extra minutes. No, it's like 10 extra minutes for a singular extra pull. Don't fail me, my day. Don't fail me. What if we added like a couple? So like we have My Day, but what if we brought out some, well, you know, I have Cypher. We'll throw her down. She calls him Little Prince. I'm gonna cry. Oh, we have an Axa too. They all call him. I love that. I love that so much. All right, let us try again here. I put more Crisis Heirs on the team. I have one more pull that I can do, and then I have to wait. And it's not a 5-star. It's Yukong, which we did get all 3 of the 4 stars on the banner. We did do that. I don't have any free pulls though. Damn. I did get all 3 of the 4 stars. Wow. Great. That's so fun and fresh. I'll activate their Eidelons off screen. Oh, speaking of Eidelons, I never did the pay to play section for FAINON. Okay, hold on. So the pay to play section is where I go over a character's Eidelons and say if I think they're worth or not. We never did it. So we're gonna do that really quickly at the very end of the video. All right, so it's very easy. Everything we went over is E0, very easy, 1 copy of the character, blah, blah, blah. Spend responsibly, it's rough out there. My general recommendation is do not max out a character on Eidelons during their patch. I don't care what your reason is, don't do it. Because especially with Phainon, a lot of people are like, he's not future-proof. He's gonna get power crept, like, next patch, blah, blah, blah. I've already said, I don't care about that. He's pretty and lore relevant, that's all I care about. So, I'm pulling. But for if you just want a character because they're pretty and lore relevant, you only need one copy. So, spend responsibly, let's go. My general recommendation, though, like I said, is to not pull extra copies during their initial patch, wait for a rerun, and if you're still using the character when they get that rerun, whenever that may be, then you can justify doing the extra copies. That's my general recommendation. But if you're a low spender and want those extra copies regardless, 1 or 2 is usually a fine stopping point, but we will take a look at all of them. So everything we already saw from Phainon is E0. E1 is going to be 2 copies of Phainon, and it's called Fire and Light, Bind, Virtue, and Vice. It rhymes. With this one, the base speed inheritance ratio for Castellano's extra turn, which is going to be that second form, increases to 66% from, I don't know, because it doesn't say on here. Awesome. For every enemy target defeated in one battle, additionally increases this ratio by 1.5% up to a max of 84%, so it can go up to 84. I don't know what the relevance of it being 84% is, but sure. When using your ultimate then, it also increases crit damage by 50%, lasting for 3 turns, so you'll have 3 extra turns in that like 8 turn extra state, second state thing. You'll have extra, like a crit damage increase by 50% for 3 of those. So like not half, but like almost half. Do we think this is worth it? Maybe, possibly. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to have. E2 or 3 copies of Phainon then is going to be Sky and Earth Churn Mortal Froth. With this one, the second state physical resistance, what is this actually? Because I never learned what this actually is. I just call it resistance pen. I think it's penetration. Ignore a part of the enemy's target resistance to corresponding. I don't even know, but the physical resistance, whatever, increases by 20%. When one use of Stardust Verdict consumes 4 Scourge points, you gain 1 extra turn. So you do get extra turn. I was curious if that 8, the like solid, because they're very strict on you get 8 turns and no more. I was like, they're gonna up that with the Eidelons, bet. And they did. So you get an extra turn. I'm pretty sure that counts as an extra turn. No, gain 1 extra turn that won't expend your remaining turns when taking action. During this extra turn, no ultimate can be used. So this is not in relation to his ultimate, I'm assuming, if that's the case. So I take it back. I don't know if you need this because it's very like simple. If something's like that simple, I don't know if it's necessarily like, yeah, you need this. Like it's game breaking. I don't know if you need it. Quite frankly, I'm just saying. I mean, it's an extra turn, sure, but especially with endgame, a lot of people do like 0 cycle runs. So like, what's an extra turn gonna get you? The boss is already dead. E3, may she rest in peace. We always must respect our elders here. E3 or 4 copies of Phainon is called Depths of Quiet, Entombed in Ruin. This is a means to an end. If you're new here, a means to an end is basically just, it's there because the next one is better. That's all it is. So with this one, your ultimate level goes up by 2 with a max of 15, and your basic attack level goes up by 1 with a max of 10. So you don't need that. Don't stop there unless something goes wrong. You don't need it. I am noticing something also with the art here. The first 3 are arts of Phainon specifically, and then the second 3 are the Castellano arts, if you will. So kind of love that. E4 is called Faces of Titans Blurred by Time. This is 5 copies of Phainon. This is big spender territory. So when using Calamity's Soul Scorch Edict, additionally gains 4 stacks of Soul Scorch. I mean, again, that could be helpful, but a lot of his Eidelons are just like, here's some more stuff. You're welcome. I don't know if you necessarily, because in those ones I'm like, how relevant is it actually? All right, E5 or 6 copies of Phainon. The wheel spins forevermore. Another means to an end. Don't stop here. Either keep going or don't go this far to begin with. With this one, your skill level goes up by 2 with a maximum of 15. And your talent level goes up by 2 with a max of 15. So before with E3, it's your ultimate and your basic attack, and then E5 is going to be your skill level and your talent level. I feel like if anything, the ultimate level and the basic attack are more helpful than the skill level and the talent level. Like his E5 might be the worst one. This is like nothing. Go girl, give us nothing. The wheel spins forevermore and gives us nothing. But the big one, E6, Embers of Old, Rise Still. This is 7 copies of Phainon. If you want this, I don't recommend pulling it during this patch. I would get it if you're still using him a couple patches down the road when he gets a rerun. Just my opinion, but I'm saying I only recently found out how much you guys are spending for these character copies, and it's a lot of money. Okay. Don't make bad financial decisions. Spend in moderation and all that. Thank you. Okay, Embers of Old, Rise Still. The number of overflow points allowed for Core Flame no longer has an upper limit. See, Star Rail, especially with Emporius, has done this whole thing where the E6 for a character is like, what the heck? HoYoverse, what are you doing? This changes the entire character. Like, it's like, it says spend responsibly on the shop screen. And then you do something like this. They did the same thing with Anaxa's E6, where it was like, the limit does not exist anymore. And it's like, whatever, HoYoverse, what happened to spend responsibly? Okay, so yeah, the Core Flame no longer has an upper limit. When the battle starts, you gain 6 points of Core Flame, so you're already like halfway there, I think. After using the attack from Foundation Star Death Verdict, additionally deals true damage equal to 36% of the total damage dealt in this attack to the enemy target with the highest HP. That's not why you're pulling this. The second half of this is just there. First half, the Core Flame no longer has an upper limit. I'm curious what that upper limit initially is, though. If I can we find that in here? Yeah, because you originally have 12. So does that mean, I'm curious how that works then, because does that mean then when you, like, say you're in his ultimate and you get to another 12 Core Flames, can you just continuously run his ult, like, until you run out of Core Flames, essentially? And when does it not gain Core Flames? Damn. Yeah, I mean, his E6, I can't blame you if you go to E6, I don't think. I'm like, that might not be a sound financial decision, but it's kind of, like, that, it changes the game. The limit no longer exists. It's like Anaxa all over again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will pull up Anaxa's because I forget specifically. With Anaxa, his E6, yeah, the 2 effects in this trace, Imperative Hiatus, will be triggered directly and will no longer depend on the number of Erudition characters in the team, because how his thing works is if you need to have at least 1 or 2 other Erudition characters in the team to use that skill. And if you get E6, you don't need that. And Phainom's is kind of like that, if you really think about it. I got another achievement. Do you want to give me like 3,000 Stellar Jade? No? Okay. Well, that wasn't worth it then, was it? All right. Data bank, anyone? Yeah. To the data bank. To look at the character I don't have. Why is Hyacinth like after 5? Why are they in this order? I don't know. I like how it's so redacted. The nameless hero redacted. It's Kaslana. K-H. I don't remember how to spell, apparently. A-S-L-A-N. Yeah, it's Kaslana. We still don't know what the other redaction is, though. The one that's like not as long. The Kevin one. Jury's still out of that one. Well, there you go. I can't look at him too closely without like getting flustered. That's really embarrassing. Well, you know what? We never found out what his tragic flaw was. Because that's the thing with like destruction characters. They got like a tragic flaw. They consume one thing to do the damage the other way. We never figured out what that is. I'm assuming it's the like, maybe because it's like, what they're saying is like his thing, his like flight risk is the final blow thing. Like if you can take, in his ultimate, if you take 1 hit, you're out, but you heal from it. So like, HoYoverse, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know. This video is probably like 2 hours long at this point. Let's be done. I hired this tragic hero to stare at you. Let's finish this video. That is it for this video. I'm hitting my broken chair because I'm going insane a little bit. Okay. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. In the comments down below, let me know how your Phainon or Sparkle or Sunday or Treevee pulls went. Mine didn't go well, as we all saw, but you know what? I didn't lose a 50-50. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I'm knocking on my IKEA desk. Close enough. It's the thought that counts. I'm going insane. All right. Well, I hope all Phainon wanters are Phainon havers. I hope your pulls go better than mine. I really want my really good luck where I was like just winning 50-50s left, right, and center. I really want that back right now. I miss her. But as always, I hope everyone hatter is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. I'm gonna finish this video before I accidentally throw my empty vitamin water bottle across the room because there's less in there than I thought and it just goes flying. But I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!